Hey guys, welcome to a new video from Masters of Consulting. In this video, I'm going to share you a few tips which will help you get your license faster. So, without any further ado, let's get into the video. Hey guys, welcome. Pradeep here. If you're new to this channel, we share information about lifestyle, jobs, and also education in Germany. So, if you're new here, please make sure you subscribe. Driving license. So, if you are a person who already got your license or trying to get a license in Germany, so you know the hurdles behind getting a driving license in Germany. I myself had faced these hurdles while getting my driving license. The first tip which I want to give you is that make use of your driving license from your mother country. So the country where you come from, you have a driving license. And Germany, for most of these countries, allows them to drive here for the first 6 months. So make sure you drive here with the foreign license. And how you may ask? So there are some ways which you can do that, either by Sixt or by Share Now. So there are some car sharing apps where you can give your foreign driving license to them and then you rent a car and then go for a ride. I know it might be costly, but it's not as costly as spending money for lots of practical classes here. So make sure that there is an experienced driver beside you who already has a driving license in Germany in case you don't feel safe, because in my country we have to drive on the left side of the road and here we have to drive on the right side of the road, and this is actually a confusion for a lot of people who come here, and because the rules and also the traffic, everything is entirely different. So make sure that there is an experienced person sitting beside you, and when you get familiar with this traffic and traffic rules and everything, I'm sure it will be very easy for you to pass your practical exam, which is big milestone actually. Next tip which I want to give you is that make sure you register in a good driving school. So make sure you give your money to a good driving school who listens to you and who actually helps you in this process. So next tip I want to give you is that make sure you use the time you have with your Fahrlehrer or your driving teacher properly, because the time which you have with him, most of the people don't ask questions, or maybe they'll think I don't speak in German and everything. No problem, this guy, he knows English, they will speak in English, and that's the reason you have to use the time you have with him. Make sure that you ask questions. Make sure that if you are not confident with something, ask him immediately and make use of the time with him. If you don't ask any questions and all your time is gone, and at the time he might ask you, do you think you are ready for the practical exams, and you say yes, and when you go into the practical exams and then you really don't know what you're doing, you will fail the exam and you have to take all these practical classes again and again. The next important tip I want to give you is that make sure you prepare very well for the theoretical exam. I think this is the most important tip, because theoretical exam will help you get ready for your practical exam and also get ready for the practical world. So make use of your theoretical exam, because out there in the practical world you will never go back, or you will rarely go back and see like, okay, is this what I want to go, or is this a green arrow, which should I go now, or should I wait, or should I stop and go? All these things you really don't go back again and read. So make sure you use this time properly to prepare for your theoretical exam, and not only just by hearting the questions. I know there are 2,000 to 1,200 questions. Many people just do it again and again and again and again and again, and they pass the exam, but this is not helping you in the practical world. So make sure you understand the questions. Make sure you see that, okay, why is this like this, and why is this being in that way. And also, if you are a foreign national and not a German speaking person, make sure that you also know the German terminology of the signs, of the German traffic system and all these things, because in the real world the signs or whatever it is, and they always speak in German, and if someone says that, okay, umkehren or something like this, if you don't understand what he's saying, it will be a big problem for you. So I ask you to write your exam in English, because writing the exam is different, and also just knowing the terminology is different. So if you are confident in English, make sure you write your exam in English or other languages. I don't know if there are other languages, so make sure you write in English, but make sure you also know the terminology, the German terminology of the traffic system. This is very important. Next important thing is practical knowledge. So this is very important, because this is what you are doing in your daily life, you are driving and everything. So make sure that you are confident enough to be able to register for the practical exam, first point, and to give the practical exam. So few tips I want to give you with practical exam is that make sure you are confident, and this is very important. Make sure you're confident what you're doing. Don't rush. Just always be at peace in your mind. Make sure that you are not rushing your mind, because in my country I was always, you have to give gas. Also, you have to always put on your leg on the accelerator, brake hard, use the clutch, use your hand on the gear, and it's all hectic, because the driving system is like that. When I came here, when I started driving, I was driving like that, and my far leader was shouting, he was saying, what are you doing, this is not your place, and this is that. And I did not understand, but then slowly I got it. Okay, this is the way we drive. And also, it's not like you always have to just slow down. If it is 50, you have to go 50. You can't just drive at 30, because people back are just tailgating you, or there are lots of people on the back. So you have to follow the rules. If you're going on the autobahn, you should make sure that you are giving the accelerator, you are going faster than 100 120, or there is no need to go at 120 and all, but it should be more than 60 when you're going to autobahn and all these things. So these rules, you have to make sure you know them, where to go faster, where you have to see if there are people from cycles coming, and you have to see if there is anyone in my blind spot, or these kind of things you have to know. There are lots of things you have to consider. So once you come from different country where you don't care about all these things, and you have never seen a speed sign in your life, in your country, and you come here, there are all signs which you have to follow and all. It might be a lot at first, but that's why it's important for you to stay calm, stay at peace, and make sure that you are knowing what you're doing, and you just also trust your farlerer, your training instructor, that okay, this guy actually knows and he's here to help, and trust him. If he says that you need 2 more classes, okay, say like, okay, maybe I need 2 more classes. So that's what first thing is. Also trust, and make sure that you are in comfort zone when you're driving, and make sure that you are not hectic. Make sure that you are not just rushing things and just trying to go. And that's what, if there is a cycle just coming from the back and you want to turn right, and maybe he is 10-20 meters away, wait, just don't go. He will appreciate you for waiting rather than just going. And also, when there is a zebra crossing, make sure that you wait and you give the people to go, and then you can go slowly. That's what, don't rush things. And if you are not sure if you want to go or if you want to drive, make sure that you really don't go, and just maybe ask for this thing. So that's what you have to make sure that you are not rushing things, not hectic, and not killing anyone. Actually, my farlerer has told me one important tip which I'll never forget. He told me that make sure that you drive in a way that you don't hurt anyone. And this I always kept in my mind, so that okay, I shouldn't hurt anyone, I'm driving and all. So I always make sure that when I was driving, if there is someone all around, I was always careful about my surroundings, and I was looking and I was like, okay, I shouldn't hurt anyone, I have to drive carefully. So when you keep this in mind, I'm sure everything will be all right. Ready for the exam, either theoretical or practical. Unfortunately, in my case, I was very sick before I wrote my theoretical exam. One day before, I got like a big fever, and I really couldn't cancel the exam because it was there was no time. I think one day or 2 days before I got sick, and I couldn't cancel it, and unfortunately I failed the theoretical exam by 1 point, which is sad, but this is how life is. So That's what, make sure that you are completely ready. It's lots of money. It's theoretical exam, it's around 180 euros or something, but if it's practical, it is 320 euros. You have to write it again and again and again, because the second time you give it, the pressure you have is much more higher. So always try to complete it in the first try. So guys, this is all for this video. If you have liked the video, as always, make sure you like, share and subscribe. So if you want some content like this, if you want anything specific to your case, make sure that you write it in the comment section below. We will make sure that we will make the video for that. So guys, thanks a lot for watching and hope you get your license soon. Until next time, ciao.